Terry Moran joining me live now from Ukraine. So, Terry, NATO says it has yet to see a real de-escalation, and Ukraine's foreign minister saying officials would believe it when they see it. So, give us a reality check.
Well, the reality check you did hear there from the Ukrainian foreign minister, and here people, I think, in general are skeptical. As he said, we don't believe what we hear, or we believe what we see. But that's it, the alarm level of the Ukrainian government, of the Ukrainian people, was never as high as the United States had it. And that was partly because the United States was looking at the facts on the ground differently, partly also as a way of rallying the international community, stiffening the spine of NATO and other allies in order to confront and maybe back down Vladimir Putin by getting that loud about the threat. But also because the Ukrainians, look, have long experience. What they said, we have been at war with Russia now for 8 years, since 2014, when Putin took the Crimean Peninsula and parts of the east of this country. And they've seen him try to use intimidation tactics, try to turn off the lights in cities with cyber attacks. They've constantly been dealing with Russian aggression, so they were always a little calmer about it. I think right now, though, the first signs of a military de-escalation, combined with that slight shift in tone at the Kremlin, that odd staged, choreographed little conversation between the foreign minister and the president, where the foreign minister says, Putin asks him, do you think there's still more room for diplomacy? And Foreign Minister Lavrov says, yes, I think there's more room for diplomacy. And Putin says, good. That is a very different tone than the almost kind of ranting about NATO and European security arrangements since 1997. It does feel like there is a moment. However, there are still convoys with more forces heading towards the border, and the number of forces that have pulled back, very small. So we are still waiting and watching.
Well, speaking of feeling the moment, you've had a chance to talk with so many of the Ukrainian people there on the streets, getting a feel for what they think about all of this. What is their reaction now to the latest development?
Yeah, it's so interesting here. Part of it is that almost weariness with Russia. A young man I spoke to, a teenager, he said, we have a bad neighbor. Well, we have a bad neighbor. That's what it's like. We understand what this is like. But the flip side of that skepticism of both sides, that the president says what's really happening here is an information war, and a lot of Ukrainians have bought into that as well. But the other side, solidarity here. This is a country that's had a lot of problems internally, a lot of corruption, a lot of division in their politics. This has brought them together. Kira?
All right, Terry Moran there, live in Ukraine. We'll keep talking, Terry. Glad to have you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.